Welcome, my students. Today I have a new lesson for you. So, as you can see now the lesson of today is the simple past. So, what is the past? The past. We have three main tenses in the English language, okay? For example, the present is now, okay? The present, okay? Now. The future, what will come in the future. So, tomorrow, okay, in the year, for example, 2021, okay, in the year 3000, okay, this is the future, okay. 3000 is a far future, okay, after 1000 year. We have the past, okay. The past is a tense, what happened in the past, okay. For example, yesterday, okay, the day before today is yesterday. Yesterday was a past, okay. Three years ago is a past, okay. Before 3 years is a past, okay. So now we have a text, okay. We have a text and a small dialogue, okay. So this is the text. I will start with the text, okay. So my name is Bilal. So my name is Bilal, okay. I am teacher Omar. My name is Omar, but the text talks about Bilal, okay. My name is Bilal. When I was in Casablanca, I was very happy. So now I am in Tetouan, okay? So the text talks about Bilal. When he was in Casablanca, he was very happy. Okay, so what is happy? Happy when you receive a good news, okay? You are happy, okay? You smile, okay? You are happy. Okay, this is the emoji for being happy, okay? I was happy. Okay, I worked in a very big company. So in the past I worked in a very big company. So what is big? So this is big and this is small. Okay, big, small. Company, what is a company? For example, Maroc Telecom is a company, okay? Tesla is a company. Okay? For example, Ferrari is a car company, okay? Orange is a company, okay? Inui is a company, okay? Okay? Telecommunication company, okay? Companies. Now, when I was in Casablanca, I was very happy. I worked in a very big company. I had a car. Okay, so now I have a memory card in my hand. Now I have a memory card. Okay? In the past, Bilal had a car. Okay? He had a car. He was happy. He had a car. And I traveled every year to the south of Morocco. So every year he traveled. So to travel, for example, to take the car and you go somewhere. Okay? I traveled every year to the south of Morocco. So the north, the south, the west, and the east. Okay? So the south of Morocco, for example, he goes to Agadir, to Dakhla, to Gouira, for example. This is the south of Morocco. The southern cities of Morocco. Okay, the southern cities of Morocco. Let's continue our text. I didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have a lot of money. So he did not have a lot of money, but I was happy. But he was happy. I went shopping, running every evening. So I went running every evening when I was in Casablanca. So when Bilal was in Casablanca, he went running every evening. So what is to run? This is to walk. To run is to run fast. Okay. After I moved from Casablanca, so what is to move? So after he moved from Casablanca to Meknes. So to move, you live now in Casablanca, you move to Meknes. So after Bilal moved from Casablanca to Meknes, I became very sad. So he became very sad. Okay, happy. The opposite is sad. Okay, and I am not active anymore. So he is not active anymore. So he doesn't go running anymore. Okay. Now for our dialogue. The dialogue is between Ahmed and Bilal. Okay. So the dialogue says, Ahmed, did you go to school yesterday? So yesterday, Ahmed asks Bilal if he went to school yesterday. Did you go to school yesterday? Bilal answers, I went to school, but not yesterday. So he went to school, but not yesterday. Okay. So now let's underline the verbs that are in the past in the text. Okay. Now I will give you some. Can you pause the video? Pause the video and underline the verbs. Okay, before I give them to you. Okay, pause the video and take 30 seconds and underline the verbs before I give them to you. Okay. Okay, I will give you the verbs now. So my name is Bilal when I was. This verb is in the past. This is the verb to be in the past. When I was in Casablanca. Okay, so this is verb to be. Was. Okay, I was very happy. So again, we see the verb to be in the past. I was. I worked. I worked. The verb work in the past. I worked. So worked. Worked. I worked in a very big company. I had a car. So the verb had. The verb to have in the past is have. Okay, so I had a car. So had. And I traveled every year to the south. So had. And traveled. Those are verbs in the simple past. So had and traveled. Okay. I traveled every year to the south of Morocco. I didn't have a lot of money. Okay, so this is I didn't have a lot of money. So this is the verb to be in the past but in the negative form. This is the negative form. Okay. But I was happy. This is also the verb to be in the past. I went. I went. So went is the simple past, the past of the verb go. To go. So I go to school now. I went to school yesterday. Went. I went running every evening when I was in Casablanca after I moved. This is the verb to move in the past. Moved. Moved here. The verb moved from Casablanca to Meknes. I became very happy. So this is the verb become in the past is became. Okay. Let's underline became. And I am not active anymore. Okay. So in the dialogue we have, did you go to school. So did you go to school? This is the verb go in the past in the interrogative form. Okay? So in the interrogative form, did you go? In the interrogative form, I went to school but not yesterday. So went is the verb to go in the past. Okay? Now, let's now move to this chart. Okay, this is a chart. Okay, verbs in the past in the text. So we have worked, traveled, and moved. Okay, worked, traveled, and moved. So we notice in these verbs here that they have an ed. They end with an ed. Okay, they end with an ed. So we will see that later. We'll see why we add an ed here later. Okay, so these verbs, they don't have an ed. So we say that the verbs that have an ed in the end are regular verbs. Regular verbs. So they have the rule. So in order to form the simple past from regular verbs, we add ed. Okay, so work, worked, travel, travel, move, moved. Okay, these are irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. So these verbs do not have a rule. So I am becomes I was. I have becomes I had. You should memorize these verbs. Okay, I go becomes went. Become becomes became. And there is a long list of irregular verbs. Okay, so these verbs, you just have to memorize them. They don't have a rule. Unlike these verbs. These verbs, regular verbs, have a rule. Okay, we add ed. Okay, so we have other rules, of course. For example, if you have the verb traveled, for example, the verb is travel. But we have CVC, so we double the last letter. So we have travel. The VEL is a CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant. So V is a consonant, E is a vowel, L is a consonant. So when a word ends with a CVC, we double the last letter before adding something, okay? Before adding for the ing, before adding ed, okay? We have here moved, for example. Move, the verb in the present is move, okay? But we add just a d. We drop the silent e, okay? We have a silent e, we drop it, and we add a d, okay? Move, moved. Okay, we don't write moved with double E. No, that's incorrect. That's a mistake. Okay, so far so good. So let's recap. In the past, okay, to form the past, we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs, we add ed. Okay, irregular verbs, we should memorize them. Okay, I am, I was, becomes I was. I have, I had. I have a pen. I have a memory card now. I had the memory card in the past. I go to school now. I went to school now. Okay? Now, past tense indicators. Past tense indicators. So, past tense indicators are words that make you know that the sentence is in the past. Okay? For example, we have ago. Ago. Whenever you see ago, you know that this sentence is in the past. Okay? For example, 3 years ago. Okay? 3 years ago. So now is 2020. 3 years ago is 2017. Okay? Last last year, month, week. Okay, last year, last month, last week. This is a past expression. Okay, we have a lot of others. We have a lot of other expressions. Okay, so I cannot give them all to you, but they are they exist on the internet. Just write on Google past time indicators, and you will find them. Okay, but the main ones are ago and, for example, last past time expression. For example, last year, last month, last week. Okay, so we use the past tense with these expressions and expressions like this. Now we move to the rules. The rules. Okay, as you can see, what is the rule? The rule to to form the simple past. So as you probably know, every sentence has three forms. Okay, every tense has three forms: the affirmative, okay, interrogative, and negative. Okay, affirmative, interrogative, and negative. So let's go back to our text. Okay, the affirmative form, we have I was. Okay, for example, I had, I traveled, I worked, I went, I moved, I became. Okay, the rules. Now, the rules, we have three forms, as I said earlier, as I said before. In every tense, we have three forms: the affirmative, the normal sentence, the interrogative, and the negative. Okay, the interrogative we use the interrogative with questions, the negative with not. Okay, with negation. Okay, so let's now look for an affirmative sentence. Okay, an affirmative sentence in the text. As I said before, we have, for example, a lot of affirmative sentences. So I was happy, I was in Casablanca, I had a car, I traveled every year, I went running, I became very sad. Okay, so these are the. So what do we have here? So I traveled. So we have for the regular verbs. So let's now focus on the regular verbs. I traveled, I moved, okay? I worked. So we have the subject here, for example, the subject is I plus the verb plus ed. Okay? I work plus ed. I travel plus ed. I traveled. I move plus ed. I moved. Okay, so let's write the rule for the regular verb. So subject plus verb plus ed. Okay, now in the interrogative. In the interrogative, we have one interrogative sentence here. So Ahmed, did you go to school yesterday? Okay, did you go to school yesterday? So did you go to school yesterday, Ahmed? So this is a yes/no question. Did you go to school yesterday? So interrogative, we have did plus subject plus verb. I don't have space here, but it is the infinitive without to. Okay, the infinitive without to. So did you go? Did subject you go is the verb or the infinitive without to. Okay, Now the negative. So this is the same rule for the interrogative. This is the same rule for the regular and the irregular verbs. Okay, the same rule. Okay. Also for the negative, we have one negative sentence here. I didn't have a lot of money, or I did not have a lot of money. So we add not. Okay, we switch the helping verb did, and we add not. Okay, and in the interrogative we switch the helping verb and the subject, but in the negative we add not. Okay, we add not. So I did not have a lot of money. So I is the subject plus did plus not plus verb. Okay, plus verb. Okay, again this is the same rule for verb is the infinitive, of course. Okay, the infinitive without to. Verb is infinitive without to. Okay, the same rule. Now the affirmative for the irregular verbs. So we have a lot of irregular verbs here. So I was, I went, I had. Okay, so what do we have? We have I had, for example, is I subject plus what? Plus irregular past. I had, I have becomes had. So subject plus irregular past. Okay, now finally we have the short answer. You know what a short answer is, okay? So for example, when we ask a yes/no question, we have a short answer, okay? We don't complete the answer. So for example, are you a student? Yes, I am. I don't say yes, I am a student. Yes, I am, okay? So now we have the short answer. Short answer. So we have the positive and positive short answer. So yes, positive short answer. And the negative, no, the negative short answer. Okay. The negative short answer. Okay, so the positive short answer is yes plus subject pronoun plus did. Okay, plus did. So did you go to school? Yes, I did. Okay, negative short answer is no plus subject pronoun plus didn't. Okay, didn't. Okay, didn't is the contraction of did not or didn't. Okay, did not or didn't. Okay, now let's recap the whole lesson. Okay, so to form the simple past we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Okay, regular verbs are formed by work the verb plus ed. Work, worked. Travel, traveled. Move, moved. Irregular verbs, you should memorize them. Okay? Now, past tense indicators are ago, for example, 3 years ago, last year, last month, last week. Okay? So we use the past tense with these indicators. Now for the rules. Okay, the affirmative for the regular verbs is subject verb plus ed. Okay, for the irregular verbs is subject plus the irregular past form of the verb. Okay, interrogative, did plus subject plus verb. So did you go? When I say verb, I mean infinitive. Did plus subject plus verb. Okay, or infinitive. I would keep it verb. Okay, or infinitive without to. Okay. In the negative, subject plus did plus not plus verb. So I did not go. Okay. Short answer, yes, I did. No, I did not. Yes, you did. No, you did not. Okay. And etc. Okay. Now we will move in the next part of the video. In the next part of the video, we will move to some practice. Okay. Now this is the practice part. Okay, so conjugate the verbs between brackets. So Ali not drink coffee in the morning. So Ali not drink coffee in the morning. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and try to apply the rules and solve this exercise. Okay, pause the video. Before you see the correction, do it yourself. Okay, pause the video and do it. Then see the correction. Okay, I will now solve the exercise. Okay, I will do the exercise now. Ali not drink coffee in the morning. So we have not. So what is this? This is a negative. Apparently, this is a negative sentence. So we need the negative form. Okay, so Ali did not drink coffee in the morning. Okay, Ali did not drink coffee in the morning. Now the next sentence, Karim and Bilal go to the party yesterday. Okay, so we have a question mark. So this is interrogative. So what is the rule for the interrogative? Did, the helping verb did, plus subject plus the infinitive. So the infinitive is go. So did plus the subject. What is the subject? Karim and Bilal plus the infinitive is go. Go. Okay. Karim and Bilal go to the party. Okay. Next we have I break my pen last session. So this is the past last session. We don't have not and we don't have a question mark. So this is affirmative. Okay, so subject plus break is an irregular verb. Okay, so I plus subject is I plus the irregular past. I broke my pen last session. Okay, now we have what you eat in the morning. So this is a question because we have a question mark. So the rule for the interrogative is did plus subject plus infinitive. So we put what plus did subject plus infinitive eats. What did you eat in the morning? Okay. Next we have Karima see Ahmed yesterday. So this is an affirmative sentence. We don't have not, we don't have a question mark. So subject is Karima, subject plus what? Plus the irregular simple past, because this is an irregular verb. See, saw. Karima saw Ahmed. Okay. Karima saw Ahmed. Now, next we have Adil traveled to Casablanca yesterday. Again, this is an affirmative sentence, and travel, as we saw in the first part of the video, is a regular verb. Okay, so subject Adil plus travel plus ed. We double the last letter because we have a CVC. Okay, traveled. Next, we have the baby cry a lot in the morning. The baby cry a lot in the morning. Okay, so this is an affirmative sentence. We don't have not, we don't have a question mark. So the subject is the baby cry. When the baby cry, okay, the baby cries, tears, cries. Okay, the baby plus cry. Cry is a regular verb, so we have the verb plus ed, cried. Again, we change the y into I because we have a consonant plus y. Whenever we have a consonant plus y, we change the y into I and we add ed, or we add the s of the plural, we add the s of the third person, okay? We add the ing, okay? We saw this in the first semester. Now, who you visit last week? So this is a question mark. So we put the question word, who, plus did, plus subject you, plus the infinitive. Did you visit? Okay? Who did you visit? Question mark. Okay? Now, what you do concerning your problem? So this is again a question. We have a question mark. So we put the question word. Did. Did is do in the past. Okay, did, what, did, plus subject, plus do. Infinitive is do. What did you do concerning your problem? Okay. I do gymnastics 3 years ago. So this is an affirmative sentence. We don't have a question mark and we don't have not. So subject I do in the past is did, because do is an irregular verb. I did gymnastics. Okay? Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video.